If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game or send us a product to look at, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooledtoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 416. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooledtoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I'm Roger Hitman Rogan.
I'm Tiffany Electrify Nolan.
I'm James Yont Dog Yont. Roof.
And I'm Chris Selden 007 Selden.
Never going to get used to that woof, but it's there.
Tiff asked for it. It's coming.
I love it. Like, it just really fills that space so nicely. I think we should all do it next show. We're all just going to do it. After he says his name, we're all just going to be like, woof.
Maybe. That could work.
Or a sound effect of some sort.
Yeah, that would be better if Hit just had it on the soundboard and just hit the button. But yeah, either way, it works. But we're all back this week. Another full house for another episode in a row. We are on a streak that is going to be broken next week because there's not going to be a show next week.
But I thought Selden wasn't here last week. He was sick.
Oh, we had a show.
I'm just talking about consecutive shows. Where yes. But yeah, Selden had another one of his injuries.
It was pneumonia. I was
whatever. Like, this kid's out more than my kids from school. Okay, like he calls in sick all the time. It's literally like I burned myself. I got pneumonia, and it's like every week there's an excuse. Like I don't.
Best diet I've been on. I lost like 25 pounds.
Yeah, nice. Maybe you'll be able to ride Top Thrill Dragster. That's a callback to the pre-show for those of you that don't understand what we're talking about. But anyway, why don't we just hop right in the show proper, and we will jump into the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's episode. And remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, and please, for the sake of fucking God, do, it will cut you off after a minute. Reticent V19 comments, I, for one, don't feel at all like your news is fluff. You are my primary news source when it comes to gaming, and I love listening to your show.
I was expecting a response like this.
That's
from at least one person.
I never felt like our news was fluff.
Yeah, I didn't think so either.
No.
We definitely trim the fluff before it gets around to the show times.
Yeah, like I put out a list of things and people are like, that's a dumb story. We're not talking about that. But I put in more than we need because some are going to be dumb. And we usually try to cut those before the show even starts. So what you're left with is just pure, unadulterated awesome.
Before, it used to be that, like, we were timed, right? Like, we used to try to finish for 9 o'clock.
Yes.
And if we, we had extra stories in case, we wanted to go over or short or whatever, so we knew like what to choose from. But now we have that full list, we go through all of them now.
Now we don't give a fuck. So some are fluffy-er, but I would say none are fluff. So
yeah, it's news dependent, like on what's going on in gaming.
But
I think this is a great comment. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Reticent V19. All right, Meat Dread comments. I laughed so hard at this week's episode. D-Smooth was all over the fans, more so than usual. Also, the sponsor tearjerker. One of the funniest episodes in recent memory. I don't feel like I was any more over the fans than usual.
You
You're pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with Derek on this one. Just kidding.
Oh my God. Sometimes I get caught up in the moment and I don't realize if I'm going over the line or not.
No, you don't.
When all of us are going like...
Don't. You're always over the line.
That means slow down.
Every time you do the cutoff thing. Oh my God.
I will have to say, though, I was listening to the show live, and your heartfelt sponsor request was awesome. I think I teared up myself a little bit.
Oh, you should have seen these guys' faces. Like it was so weird. They were distracting me. Yes.
I think you should save that and put some music behind it, like some really sad music. And we'll just use that from now on at the end of the
just
episode.
gray out just Derek when he says it.
Just some soft jazz playing in the background.
Oh, yes. So, all right. Next up, Steve Weber comments. I just discovered your podcast this past week at a Podluck dinner and am now a subscriber. Everyone was cracking up laughing.
It's probably
I don't
not
know.
Podluck.
I don't-
So fake.
I don't even know what Podluck is.
This is so fake.
It's just a pitch.
Oh my god! It's on me again.
This has got to be fake. There's no way. Someone at a
I can
potluck
see a
dinner.
pod. No, it's a potluck. Everybody comes to the dinner. They bring their own podcast to share with the people as they're eating dinner and laugh about stuff. I see this happening.
You know about these things?
What are the percentage of people that do potlucks?
Is this seriously a thing? I thought I meant potluck. It's really podluck? Oh my gosh. This is like,
Revolutionary?
I don't, my mind's blown right now. Absolutely blown.
You just got to open your, your hearts and accept the, even today is like International Podcast Day.
But
So
still, what are the
Monday.
chances, though? Like,
Okay,
a number of people that do podlucks that our podcast would be chosen to go to that podluck.
I am
Like,
Googling.
I don't know who's a
Podluck.
math genius, but I'm sure it's
I
like
see a potluck,
0.0000000%.
Like,
it's in our 5-year plan.
That's right.
We're going to start a
Get ourselves
potluck.
into the
We're gonna
podluck
get 1 out
scene.
of 5 podlucks.
like, there's actually Podluck stuff online here. Not a lot of it, but there's a hashtag Podluck too on Twitter, and this is. Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
Whatever.
Steve Weber, we want you to write back next week. Tell us what the rules are for a podluck, and let us know like who brought our podcast to this dinner.
And another
very
question,
curious.
let's follow up to that one, is what episode did you listen to first? That's my question. Was
Yeah.
it the last one?
Good question.
Was it and like what part of the podcast? Was it the whole podcast, or was it like segments, like maybe the after show or something?
Oh, I don't think you could do a like show off a whole podcast to people. That would be crazy.
That's what I mean. Like it's probably
Yeah.
segments, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah. Anyway, right back next week. We want to know more
Yep.
about podlucks.
Let us know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Derek, let us know.
Oh, you're so funny. Speaking of Dirk, last but not least, Altius asks. You guys are dicks. You often talk about the death of VR in a similar way to 3D TVs, but the Oculus Store just passed 100 million in lifetime sales, with 20 million of that being Oculus Quest software sales. Since the Quest is just barely 4 months old, it appears to show a trend in the other direction. What are your thoughts?
I don't think VR is going away. I think it's doing well. In fact, Oculus just had their big conference where they announced they're doing a lot of more implementation with the Oculus Quest, where you're going to be able to run the Oculus Rift Store games off of your PC by a USB 3.0 cable. So they're expanding that line. I see that now that that's more of the mobile headset. And now that you can link it in and still play those big titles that you weren't able to before. I think it's just that's going to boom that $400-$500 unit back up even higher. So
I don't believe we ever talked about the death of VR. Like at least in my case, I feel like I've been saying that VR tech is good, but it's too early. Like it still needs more time in the oven.
Somebody's
It was
compared
probably,
to
Yeah,
it was
it was
probably
you.
me, because I pretend like it's because 3D was such a fad and VR seems like kind of a fad, and it was probably more of the question's probably that Derek directed directly to me.
Wow. Does this ever get old for you guys?
No, it will never get old.
Selden already stalked the fuck out of this guy. Like,
We're having everybody.
What
Yachts
happened?
everywhere.
no.
And,
Yachts
and Frozen too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So no, I think this is more towards me. I don't think VR is going to die. I think it's going to change into something else over time. I don't think it is where it's supposed to be right now, but I think it is kind of like 3D TV. It is kind of a fad, and eventually it'll get better. But it's nowhere near it needs to be. So. So now it's just the Hitman show. So we're all going to be quiet and let him lead.
Yes, there was a lot of yawns there for a second, but
No,
Yes, we're
Yeah.
that's too many yawns for
video.
me. Too many yawns for me. How about you, Chad?
It was funny because they kept getting bigger too.
all right. I think that VR is still strong. I always like VR. So I don't know. I don't see any issue with this. And I think that is kind of a strong statement that $20 million in 4 months compared to several years to make the other 80 million, that's not bad at all.
No, it's impressive. No, I think it has its areas. I mean, for goodness sakes, we have a store near us that you can go to and just play VR games. Like literally, you pay $10 for a half hour to play a VR game. So I get it. It's a thing. I still feel like it's kind of the fad until the technology gets better and it gets to the point where I actually really, really want to play it. I just feel like it's not there yet.
So until that point, you're just going to call it 3D TV?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Should we pause this show? Because...
Sure.
Yeah, Skype's like dunzo right now.
All right. The show will resume in a second. For those of you watching live,
it needs puppets.
Yes. If you are you gonna? Yep, there he goes. All right, so I'm gonna add him. Oh no, he's back.
He's back and he's moving.
He added himself back. There we go. Nice. All right. Do you want me to give you some time to drag all the faces back, or you want me to just start?
Oh, yeah, I gotta do everybody again.
All right. Sorry, live folks. This is what happens when we're live.
Yeah, technology doesn't cooperate.
Skype is sometimes a bad boy.
Hi, it's me.
Hi, James. Yount, dog, yount, woof.
Wow. That was so weird.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you agreed it. That was not normal, right?
It was supposed to be weird.
Oh.
Come on.
Was it though?
Oh, yes, you fuckers.
I'll fight you. I'll fight you guys. I'll fight you.
I'll burn this place down. I'll blow Skype up again.
Probably what the problem is.
Electrify Space Unicorn. That thing is pretty unicorny.
Yeah, I'm a big spender.
Hey, there I am.
She's got to outdo me every week.
You spent 1,000. She spent 40,000. It's like not even like a close battle. She like instantly whipped out her E-peen and crushed you. Oh, 80,000. Whoa!
Oh, it's on now, Yant. Do you want to do this?
How many sparks you have?
4.2 million.
Oh, that's a lot of sparks.
That is a lot of sparks.
That's a lot of Forza Horizon streaming.
I have 7.2 million sparks.
I've been spending mine, so I don't have that many.
Yeah, I'm under 100,000 now, so I keep spending too many.
Yeah, I spend it on this stream and other streams and talking to people.
I don't know where to spend them.
In other people's chats. Try to make a community here.
But I don't. I mean, I literally don't know where to spend them. I'm trying to
come to my chat and
hit the skills.
I'm trying to spend some right now.
In the UI, there's a little skills thing. It's a little
hit the skills thing.
In the
skills thing. Okay, that's what I was trying to ask, and everybody was like, "Spend them on my channel." Like the most expensive one is only 200,000.
It's level based too.
Yeah, I don't have that one unlocked, so
I'm level 103. Is that good or bad?
No, that's good. That's because you had the channel and probably your channel going for a while on the Horizon thing, so that's probably why you have all the sparks.
I'm level 67.
That and I think they were doing like double XP and all that too. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, we're back. So
all right.
Right.
Then let's.
Selden's still being attacked by that green monster behind him, but.
All right.
That's all right.
All right. We'll resume the show. All right. So if any of awesome questions like Redison V19, Meat Dread, Steve Weber, or Altius, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@toolsplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over to what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week, buddy?
Just my usual, a little bit of Sea of Thieves, a little bit of Link's Awakening on my commute. Gears 5 story mode, still slowly going through that, and Destiny 2. I spent a lot of time yesterday emptying out the vault and setting up for tomorrow's launch. So I don't know if you had this problem, Selden, but like I had to. So I emptied out my vault and all that stuff. I uninstalled the game on Blizzard, and then preloaded the Steam version because I couldn't install the Steam version because the Blizzard version was taking up too much space. So it was only enough room for one.
Yeah.
So I did that juggling act.
Yeah. No, I'm only playing it on the Xbox One, so I don't have the PC version. So.
Yeah.
I'm sad to hear that you're playing Destiny, but.
There's a large contingent of people going back to Destiny tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for them.
It's quite.
I'm actually excited to hear how you think about it next week, or in 2 weeks.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I was just saying I'm excited to hear what you have to say about it.
Oh yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna be able to play until Thursday. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the changes. Yeah.
Should be interesting.
What have you guys been playing?
Tiff?
Borderlands 3. Mostly what I've been playing. Just kind of picking our way through that still. Not too far into the game, I don't think, but we're working our way through it. But still really enjoying it a lot. It's a lot of fun to play with friends. And okay, now you tell me this.
Oh, Tiffy's switching her mic. Sorry. Now I got more editing to do. All you have to do is not mention when I'm texting you.
Okay, just go to someone else then.
No, now you're back. It's the right mic.
Yep, sounds good now.
All right, so I was playing Borderlands 3 and Wizard Unite. Still haven't finished the game. I've been busy with kid stuff, but also I've been trying to 100% too as well, slowly but surely doing that. So I actually stopped doing that, so I might actually finish it sometime tomorrow night.
No, nice.
So
very nice.
What will you do
that's
after
about
you're
it.
done?
Go back and play True Vault Hunter, and then probably play some with my older son. So start a third character and play with him on it for a little while, and then I'll probably do True Vault Hunter with my main character for right now, because I want to get to the point where I can have a lot of stuff unlocked before the October event comes out.
Yes. Nice.
What about you, Selden?
I've also been playing a lot of the Borderlands 3. Enjoying the fuck out of that game. It's so much fun. Just so much crap. Boom-tastic and everything. The guns, the storyline's great. I'm just loving it. Also playing PokerStars VR, playing in a couple large format tournaments there. Having fun with that. My normal phone games, and then I also picked up it's an internet sensation going on right now, the Untitled Goose Game.
Oh,
if you're not familiar with this, it's a cell shaded where you play the role of a goose, and you have to complete all these little quests and missions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it looks
I've seen this.
Stupid as anything, but it's so much fun. It's just hilarious as you're playing the game.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about it.
I heard
I know a lot
about
of
that,
people at work have been playing it too.
Yeah, I heard it. Same.
Yeah, it's on the Epic Store right now, and I think it's like $15 on sale. So it was an easy drop.
How could you pass it up?
How could I pass it up? Like my kids have been asking me to get it, so I got it and I played it. What is
this game?
Untitled Goose Game.
imagine when we all first heard about Goat Simulator and we thought it sounded super dumb, and then the internet fell in love with Goat Simulator. It's the
Oh my
same.
gosh! I just started typing in Untitled, and it's the first thing Google came up
Dude,
with.
It is becoming so huge.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that game! Oh my! Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Ah!
Yeah,
it is fun.
Like this is not just a Selden thing. This is real.
All right.
This is my public service announcement. Please, everyone, stop
I like how
playing the game.
We always have to tell people it's not just a Selden thing because they seem like it.
No, this one's taking the internet by storm right now. I think
Obviously,
it's just
taking
it's a lot
Selden
of
by
fun.
storm. So. Well,
And what about you?
I've been playing Borderlands 3, limited by my party's awakeness, so going through that as much as I can. Still playing Wizards Unite and Pokemon Go, and then my go-to side game when I'm just sitting in a chair trying to watch something is Toon Blast. So, but console-wise, it's 100% Borderlands 3 at the moment, and I am loving the fuck out of it. The game is super funny. I find myself every single night we're playing losing my shit about some random thing that you hear them say, and you're like, did they really just fucking say that? And they did, and it's awesome. So, yeah, loving it. So that game is near flawless as far as I'm
oddly
concerned.
enough, none of us have played together except for you and Tiff.
No, this is true. Although Tiff wants us to have second accounts so we can play through more, but like I didn't build a second character last time until late in the game because I just want to get through the campaign, get to my fucking Vault
See,
Hunter
that's why I
mode,
have it. This is exactly why I have a second character.
get my badass
So I can actually
tokens.
enjoy the game.
I just I know I have a limited amount of time before Tiff's like, oh, turn into a pumpkin. I gotta go to bed. So like, I just want to get to unlock badass tokens and all that other shit. Like, you know, it is what it is. So, all right. Well, I guess on that, why don't we hop on over into gaming news? And does anyone want to grab a story?
What happened to new releases?
Oh, I guess we'll go in new releases. I guess we'll talk about those. First new release out this week is Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It's out for the Xbox One, the PS4, PC, and shitty Stadia. And it's the follow-up to Ghost Recon, one of those ones that came out recently, like last year. And does anybody care about Ghost Recon games anymore?
Actually, a lot of people are excited about this.
Yeah.
Not
A lot
me.
of people.
Not me.
I'm
I
not
like
either.
when they
but
go on sale or when they're on Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't think it's something I would play this.
You would?
It's just not something I'm gonna play right now. There's just too much going on. But
Yeah.
I like the
It's
Ghost
a bad
Recon
timing
games.
for this drop. but
It's terrible.
It's a really bad timing
Yeah.
for this drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll probably wait until it goes on sale like Tiff said, or this is one of those games like Wildlands that gets thrown in with like new hardware. Like we're including this game, so I'll give this game a try eventually. Just not right now.
No.
And I'm surprised you put the next one on the list because it's a DLC update, but yet you don't.
It's
do
a major.
remakes.
It's a major release. It shows up on
He
every
put
release
Zelda
list.
on the list last week, and he put
'Cause
Destiny
that's
2
a-
Shadowkeep.
Yes, the next new release out is Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, Xbox One, PS4, PC, and shitty Stadia. It's
Stadia's not
gonna
out
be
yet.
like a thing
It's-
now.
It's not out yet.
yeah, it's the fourth expansion to Destiny
Yeah, I haven't
2,
even tried
which
it.
we don't even care about. But Hit's going back to this like he's balls deep in Shadowkeep. But I have no interest in this at all.
I don't think he's balls deep yet. I think he's just going to check it out.
Yeah,
And then
like-
if he likes it, then
He's-
he might be balls deep.
he's
But
checking it out with his gaming dollars.
I'll go through the story mode and maybe
So
run the raid a couple times. I don't know. We'll see.
The last time someone in the
I'm not
Nolan
gonna take
house
it
checked
serious,
out
though.
a Destiny expansion, they played it for an hour and then paid for it, played for an hour, and we got rid of it. So, and that was Tiff, by the way, in case you
We
can't
didn't
tell.
get rid of it. I just didn't play
It's
it
still
anymore.
there.
Because you didn't want to play it. Yeah, I know.
still
Like,
there.
delete it.
Oh, so yeah, I have no interest in this. They broke my heart too many times, and I just can't go back to them. So, all right, gaming news. First story. I'll take the first fucking story because someone's fucking with my outline incorrectly. The Death Stranding baby can speak to you through the DualShock 4 controller speaker. So, for those of you that are not PlayStation people, like Yant, who probably has never even seen the PlayStation, the controller has a tiny little speaker in it where they can do cute audio cues to you.
I have.
And that weird baby that's in the fucking thing in the freaky Stranding game, Death Stranding, will actually talk to you out of that little speaker in the controller to up the creepiness level of this game to some extreme fucking level of creepiness. If the game didn't look creepy enough, if it was not non-understandable enough, if it was not weird enough, and if it was not stranding enough for you, they've upped the stranding level by having the baby talk to you. I think it's
but like
weird
talk to you in
babies
what way?
talk.
Yeah, like
Babies
is it like
talk, which
baby
is
sounds, or
even
is
more
it like
weird.
is it like
It just makes goo
go
goo gaga
left.
sounds, I guess.
No, I'm pretty sure the baby
Go
is
left.
sentient in this. It's not like
Go
a
left.
normal. It's not a normal baby. The baby actually talks. It's fucked up.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't know. Like, what if you wear headphones? Like, that's one thing about the stupid PlayStation controller. Like, if I'm wearing headphones, I don't hear nothing.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Right?
I don't-
Like, I've always had that problem with the PS4.
And I
Like,
have
Spider-Man
played one
uses it.
PlayStation game in my whole career. So,
No.
and I did hear stuff coming out of the controller, by the way.
Oh, look at Selden over there commenting like he's not muted. He's like laughing, talking. He's having a good time, like he's contributing to the conversation, but he's been muted for like 5 minutes. Yeah.
I was opening my beer and I forgot to turn my mic back on.
Wow.
Whatever you said, you thought you were the funniest motherfucker on the planet, though.
The more we talk about this game, I'm thinking about reaching out and finding somebody that's got a PS4 that I can borrow just so I can play this.
I know Tiff is super interested in this. Like
I actually want to get this game to try it because we've talked about it so much.
I know.
I know. I'm
At
with
this
Tip on
point,
this.
like I'm willing to borrow a buddy's just to play the game, just to say we played it.
Yeah.
I think
When's
it's
this
given
game
us plenty
coming
of
out?
content for our show.
Oh, every week there's Stranding.
October, isn't it?
Just so I can say I've been stranded.
Oh,
No.
November 8th?
Yeah, I think it's beginning of November.
Yeah, November 8th, it looks
Yep.
like.
Yep. So just in time, we're gonna have our brand
Yeah.
new Xbox One Elite controllers, and then you're gonna be playing on the PlayStation. But you can play with our nice Astro C40.
Yeah, I haven't used that yet, so that'd be nice.
Oh, that thing's so sick.
This is
no,
Master
I don't think
C40
maybe you'll
talks,
talk
so-
about it.
What's that? Oh, you won't be able to hear the baby talk. That's right. Yeah. You need to use the shitty generic controller in order to hear the baby talk. Like it's lose-lose.
Are you sure it doesn't have a speaker?
Mm-hmm. That's definitely a proprietary thing for the DualShock 4.
Cool.
They kept that to themselves, but
All right.
all right.
I
Next
got it.
story. Who wants one?
I got
it
the
does.
next one. Logitech acquires streaming software maker Streamlabs for $89 million cool dollars. This is coming out of Gamasutra. Logitech has agreed to acquire the live streaming software and tools company Streamlabs for $89 million in cash. Streamlabs is I don't know if most people know, but like for streamers is a huge tool. They do a lot of like alerts and stream statistics and
Donations, that kind of stuff.
donations, all that stuff. They've even acquired OBS, the open broadcast software, into their portfolio. A lot of people use Streamlabs OBS.
I do.
If you're not using Expa, you're using Streamlabs OBS basically.
Yeah.
I think this is cool. Logitech is on a spree of buying all my favorite companies. So
Yeah, I know. They got
I'm
Astro.
loving
They
this.
got
they have Astro. They have these guys now. I think they bought someone else.
So do
Yeah,
you think
I'm
that's
all for
a
this.
fair price for that, or do you think that's?
I think that's a steal.
Yeah,
That's what I'm like. Just based on the
That's a
portfolio you're
steal.
telling me, I'm like, I would have thought this would have gone for at least 125, 150 mil. But
Yeah, no, that's a
It'll be
Yeah, that's a good
interesting to
deal.
see. Will you think they'll start charging people for the service now?
Yeah, they can't do that because then they lose everybody, right? Like,
I
Yeah.
think it's just a value add for Logitech's portfolio. So sometimes
Logitech,
buy
hit me up.
something.
I'll switch out my mouse and keyboard, and I'll go straight up. If you no Corsair.
Hey,
Lots
I use my Logitech G mouse here. See that?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Logitech, in our 5-year plan, if you want to buy us out.
Yeah. My keyboard's also the Logitech keyboard, and my mouse light and my keyboard lights are all in sync when they're going through the rainbow. And yeah.
Yeah, mine are too. It's same. I have nothing but Corsair stuff. My computer, in my computer, and outside of my computer, all my peripherals are Corsair.
See, we're good friends with Logitech people, and I have all the good G series
I'm not.
stuff.
I would like to be, but
Maybe you could go to a gaming event at some point.
I would love to. I would love to.
Just saying.
I know.
PAX
I would
East
love
is
to
like
hang out
PAX
with
Yeah,
East is-
Coldplay will sponsor you, Yant.
PAX East is at the most beautiful time of year this year, at the end of February into the beginning of March. Like, obviously, when everyone wants to come to Boston, like,
Bring your snow shovels. You'll need them.
Yeah.
it is literally the worst possible weekend for PAX East. But then again, we are booked into the hotel that's connected to the convention center, so I'm just saying. But
When is that?
February 27th.
It's over leap year, isn't it? This a leap year? 2020? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's leap year weekend. I'm sure there'll be some leap year parties. But yeah, it's literally the worst time to be in Boston. But that convention center books up, and I will say, when we saw that 13-year leak of future PAX East dates, despite them just announcing it 3 days ago, we booked this back at the last PAX East, our hotel, and they have all lined up with the leak. So I'm pretty sure the rest of that leak is also accurate. So if you go find the Reddit thread for future PAX East, you can
Don't
assume.
tell people this.
So they're keeping it in Boston, right? They're not any talk about moving it out, right?
No, it's
Yeah.
the one after that first year, they locked into Boston for another 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's definitely not going to New York. Okay.
I wouldn't mind it coming down to New York. New
Come
York
to
would be a good
Toronto.
venue for
We're
it.
better.
Why don't you guys just come up to fucking Boston?
Toronto. Come to
Well,
Toronto.
Bring it to Indiana. We have
I can't-
Comic-Con here.
No. All you get is Wizards Unite there.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
You have
I'm
you got
well
the
aware.
Douchey Wizards event. Okay.
I'm shocked we got that in the first place. So I mean,
it's because every other major venue is like, we're taken. Like,
yeah.
You want to do
Wizards?
what in our
What do you mean
public
Wizards?
park?
Indianapolis does those weird events. Let's have them Comic-Con or things like that. They can have them.
all right. Next story.
All right, I'll grab one. Minecraft Earth launches in early access in October. Looks like it's moving out of the beta stage into the
early
sorry.
access stage.
early access stage, and looks like it's coming in October. It's been on some streamers have been playing it for a while, stuff like that. That seen some footage leak out of it, but I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm hoping it excels just like all the other AR games did.
What is this exactly? I'm not really sure what this is.
It's like a
Augmented
Stranding game,
reality.
but only for VR.
No,
It's an augmented reality Minecraft game.
yeah, it's you're going to be able to there's going to be kind of like where there's Pokestops and stuff. There's going to be builds going on where you can go visit those things, and you can acquire other pieces to build your own builds. So like if you're looking for certain like if you're looking for sheep or goats or certain trees or desert biomes,
Someone's always looking for goats.
Like, your examples are awesome.
Your
Sorry.
examples
Sorry, I
are.
lost it. Just keep going. Like, as everyone wants some sheep and goats.
but it's supposed to.
Selden's Furry Fest over there. Like,
All right.
if you're looking for sheep and goats, this is your game. So Tiff lost it. It was awesome.
Anyways, I think it's going to be. I mean, especially with the Minecraft community and the people that know Minecraft, I think it's gonna be just as popular as the Pokemon Go. So,
I'll play my kids and I will play it together. I guarantee we will.
it looks stellar. Some of the builds I've seen and stuff like that, some of the little biome areas, is really kind of cool. I mean, it's definitely a 3D where you can go into the ground, you can break the bricks to get under the ground and find other things underneath and stuff like that. It's really, I think they've done a good job on it.
So
from what I've seen.
how
So
deep
The question
can you
is, can you
go?
walk around without actually having to walk around?
No.
You-
The answer is no.
I'm sure they're going to have some kind of griefing
Now
something
here's,
in there for it.
here's the problem. And it's the same problem that you have with Pokemon Go and Wizards Unite. Both by
I don't have
the
with
same-
Wizards Unite.
No, I'm not saying your problem. I'm saying a different problem.
Yeah.
Those two games are by the same company. You can only have one game open at any given time on your phone to play when you are out walking around. So now you're competing with two of the most popular games out there. Who's going to pick the Minecraft game over the other two when they've already invested all this time in them?
Hold on a second.
It'll be the younger generation or their parents.
Can Android phones play two things at once?
Yeah.
So you split screen Pokemon Go and
No.
no.
But you could.
No,
I
you
could.
You
can't.
could.
I can flip between them real quick. There's no load time between if I flip back and forth between them. so.
I can
We
flip
can
back
do
and
that
forth
too.
between Pokemon Go and Wizards Unite also.
And
With no
I mean,
load
I just
time.
don't see any purpose of split screen in it. So
I don't understand your question, Blue. What do you mean, does this work with Niantic? You mean, does this game buy Niantic? No.
no.
Oh, he's asking if it's going to use all their same data because Niantic sells all that Pokestop data now. They've made that a separate business.
No,
Oh, they're
I bet
not-
I bet they don't. I bet you it's gonna be totally different. They're probably gonna use the whole Google thing as they
Yeah,
did
Yeah,
before.
I'll probably use
I mean, there's a lot of
Google,
open
yeah.
source maps out there. I don't even think Niantic's using the Google Maps anymore. I think they went to another.
No, they switched. But
Map
that's
based.
Derek is
But-
saying they
so-
switched again?
This
No,
game
no.
will be this
Ni-
game will probably be more towards the Google Map type thing. at
Niantic's
first.
map data where they have all those pictures of everything and the
Right.
Pokestops that get used in Wizards Unite. That's
all those guys
Niantic's
from
own.
Ingress that built.
Yeah, all the
Yeah,
Ingress
no,
losers
I got
built it. So that's Niantic's private map thing that now they have said that they're going to license out to other people to use that overlays across real world maps. So I don't think that they would license this to a direct competitor. That doesn't seem
No,
a wise
that's what I'm
choice.
saying. I think they'll use Google Maps in this game, or they'll use Apple Maps. No, I'm just joking. Don't kill me. But no, they'll use Google Maps for the time being, and they'll probably have you probably for the time being if they don't create their own stops or gyms or whatever you want to call them in this game, that they'll probably, and you might not even have those type of things in this game. The fact it's like it might not be points of interest. It'd be more of like adventure, because if you're going underground, it changes a different story. You know, it changes the adventure totally. You know, so I don't. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and I think there's plenty of room in this genre for this game to slide in. Why are you looking at me weird?
I'm looking at Jan. He knows why.
All right. Bad yaunt. What I was going to say is I think there's plenty of room for this game for a different fan base. Like, I think it's reaching a different generation of kids and parents than some of the other ones. So I think there's room for this.
Well, I don't doubt there's room, but like it's just competing for time on your phone.
Hold on, Derek. Let me get my kids up here, and they can tell you how much they want to play this game.
You're so
Yeah.
funny.
Niantic moved to OpenStreetMap as their source data for the
Yeah,
map
yeah,
systems.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they use OpenStreetMap and they overlay their own location
And I think
data on top of that.
OpenStreetMap will sell that to anybody also, let them use that. So,
Yep.
I mean, Google might be a little more protective of their map system, but who knows?
All right. Next story.
Take one
All right.
from Derek's favorite company. Bungie is saying that they're going to release a new non-Destiny game by 2025, and this is part of their 5-year plan. Just
Oh,
like we have our
shit.
5-year plan. Yeah.
Roadmap.
See, I tied that in. Yeah.
Yep, they stole our roadmap. Yep.
It's our roadmap. So they're saying that they're planning to become, as part of their roadmap, one of the industry's best entertainment companies by 2025. And part of that involves not just evolving and redefining Destiny 2, but establishing new other franchises.
I found this story extremely interesting.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, so like 2025 is 5 years.
That means they're already working on the game.
So, well, not necessarily. Like, It just
I
means,
bet they are.
It either means that there is no Destiny 3 and this will be their next game, or they're working on 2 games at once.
I think 2 games at once.
Or
I don't think
they're
they're working on
becoming
Destiny
a
3.
publisher
I think they're
for
working
a
on.
third-party game.
No, I think they're doing their own game.
No, they're doing their own game. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
they're doing Space Pirates.
I think they're gonna keep expanding Destiny 2. I don't really think they might do a Destiny 3.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing a new game. So they're gonna just keep expanding the universe of Destiny 2 until they get to the new game. I think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah, because of the 2025 year, I also agree. Like, there's no way that they're working on a Destiny 3 and this game and keeping Destiny 2 relatively going. Let's say Shadowkeep is the last update. Like, that's kind of crazy for them to do 2 games in a 5-year span. I think Jan's right. I think it'll be Destiny 2 for a year or 2 while they're working on this game. I don't know.
But then they would have no games for 3 years. If they're
but if they keep expanding Destiny 2, if Shadowkeep goes well, and they might, who knows, they might have another game underneath their belt before then. Like a smaller game. Who knows?
One thing that's always been rumored with Destiny 2 is that they would now that Activision's out of the picture, that they would combine Destinies into one. So they would bring back all the D1 content back into the Destiny 2 world, and
I think that'd
make
be
it
awesome.
one humongous universe. I could see that happening in that way. Like, if that's what they do, like they work on keeping Destiny afloat for the next few years. Maybe add the Destiny 1 stuff and blah blah blah. And then
if you think about it, generally games you give them 2 years out before they actually launch games generally. So in 3 years they give us a trailer of like, hey, the next Bungie game is coming. And then you get 2 years to sit there and ponder on what it is, or get the trailers for the next 2 years.
Yeah,
so I can see them starting this game and still work on Destiny 2. So
historically, any company that started a new IP from scratch, that first game usually takes a little bit longer to come out. Examples like Titanfall 1, like it took Respawn forever to form their team to start that game, and I think that game was in development for 3 years.
At least.
I think this is enough time for them to come up with a really, really good IP. Now it's just a matter of what is it? What kind of game?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
One thing that I saw at the end of the story that I don't think we've talked about yet is that they're also releasing a free-to-play version of the game called New Light. Have we talked about that yet?
Well,
No.
Destiny is going free to play. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it a couple months back, but we didn't have the name or anything. But yeah, we knew that that was the model they were going towards. Because it's really hard to convince someone to come into Destiny, and you're like, well, if you want to play with everybody else, you got to buy all of this previous content and then the new content that you want to play with everybody else. So they
I do remember us talking about this, but it did not have a name at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it did. I think they've been glazing over it, because I watched one of their original casts when they were talking to they were actually talking to Dado about it. He had a bunch of questions. He was drilling them right before they were announcing everything and showing the new portions of Shadowkeep and stuff like that. They called it New Light, but they kind of glazed over it. So we didn't actually realize that was what they were going to call it. It's one of those, let's call it Project Scorpion. Is it really the name of it? But so I guess they're actually calling it New Light. So they're trying to. I think that's why I think they are definitely going to keep Bungie's Destiny 2 going for the next couple years, because they've added this into the game to where people can jump in anytime when they want. So I think that's kind of their plan. I don't think they can really last 2 more years. They're going to have to do a lot of content jumps and a lot of good stuff in the next 2 years to keep a lot of people still there, especially when there's so many games. I can only imagine what's coming out in the next couple of years.
I don't know. Between Cyberpunk alone is going to be the game that it's the crusher of games like this. So.
We'll see. I mean, I think it will be a great game, but I don't know if it'll be a crusher of this game. But I just think the longevity of this game is kind of wearing itself out. I think they have some good content releases, but I don't know if they're really going to be a longevity type thing, at this point.
No, time will tell.
Yep.
All right. Next story.
All right, I'll take one.
No.
Razer built an RGB microphone that displays live stream emotes. Dumb. That wasn't the title. I added the last part.
This thing is fucking cool looking.
No,
Are you kidding? I saw this. I'm like, this thing looks amazing.
You think this is dumb? Really?
Yes, it's very
No.
dumb.
John, you are the only one that thinks this is dumb.
Listen to me for a minute.
All right, yeah, just like
Listen
John
to me
thinks
for
the
You're a
VR
mixer
games are going away.
I've seen
streamer. How do you not
reviews.
like this?
Okay, so I've seen. It's a good idea, but the problem why I say it's dumb is because Razer's products are garbage.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Their microphone that they have before this is like, I mean, I did a bunch of research on microphones, and like, I didn't get the cream of the crop of microphone, but I at least got a decent one. This one here, like, people like don't like. They're just put an LED screen on their crappy microphone. I mean, even look at the picture in the stand. I mean, like, who's gonna buy
I
this?
love the picture.
Don't waste your
I'd
money.
buy this.
I buy this. They said
I
they
like
had a
funky
brand new
colors.
cardioid setup that deals with the noise canceling and the focus and everything else. It's a new cardioid. That's only one of the two stands. It also has the articulation arm stand, and it shows your fucking emotes right on the thing, and you can pump whatever you want.
Yeah,
onto it.
that's one of the things why I like mixers, because they have like those effects and stuff, and it shows up in chat. It's like fucking goofy. This is, I think this is in the same vein. Like, it's kind of goofy, and if those effects will show up on there as well, I think that's even cooler. I don't know.
You don't mind showing your microphone. Like right now, my microphone is off screen, but if I had a badass mic with a fucking thing,
Like
I'd
Tiff,
have it down
like
here
Tiff.
front and center.
Like Tiff.
Microphone
Yeah.
right now. She
Yeah.
had a screen.
Yeah, like Tiff could have a screen on
I
that.
get it.
That would
That
be
nostalgia is
amazing.
cool, but you're gonna buy it, and it's gonna be the crappiest sound ever. It's gonna be the crappiest, cheapest mic you've ever got, and then
Yeah,
like
right there, see, it would
got a
show up right in
cooler-
front of Tiff
I
there.
get it. No, I get it. That portion is the only thing, but the rest of it is dumb.
Tiff is literally doing the show on a rock band mic, okay? Like it's
How do
and
they
she
screw this
sounds
up?
fine.
This
They can't
that's
screw up a
one on my
mic.
Christmas list.
They already did.
They can't screw up a mic.
Okay,
it's too
Razer,
simple.
if you for some reason somebody at Razer is send me one of your mics.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will
Razer,
test the crap
send
out of
him
it.
one.
Okay, I
Send the asshole one of your mics.
Yeah.
The guy,
I want it.
Razor makes the shittiest shit
I'm the one
ever.
who shows my
Send me one of those.
microphone.
Prove him wrong, Razer. Send
Yeah,
him
that's
one.
what I want them to do. I want them to prove me wrong.
Yeah,
send
send
me one
them
of these mics, for goodness sakes. I will use it on stream. I will put it right in front of my face if you want me to.
Hashtag sent Yant one.
I could definitely get one. It's definitely going to Tiff.
Yeah.
Because
I
her
mean, if you
mic shows, so we might as well have it be the one that shows. But yes, we can definitely get one of these. This is not a problem.
What's the price point going to be on this? 180
$180.
Ooh, that's steep.
No.
All right.
All right.
Next story.
Next story.
I'll take it. DTS Sound Unbound improves spatial audio for PC games. This is coming from Engadget. You'll soon be able to use an app on Xbox One as well. The reason why I wanted to talk about this one is because I've recently done the same thing. Like, I've enabled Dolby Digital.
I
think it
have
is.
to. The Dolby, whatever their thing is. Dolby
Yeah, so
Spatial.
I got
Sound.
a 2-year subscription with my Astros, and I finally redeemed the code and set it up, and I really like it. Like, there's a little bit of a difference in the way sound is bouncing around in there, but yeah,
And it works with only stereo headsets too. It makes
Right.
stereo headsets into surround headsets.
just makes everything better, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm a big
Yes.
proponent of sound in games since like Halo 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's crazy is like this technology has been in the hi-fi world for a while. They're just now bringing it to us as
Right.
gamers. So, Alexa, stop.
No, you're confusing this with DTS surround sound. So
this is what this version is, but
this
I did the Dolby Digital
DTS's
version
of this, but
Right.
it's not DTS surround sound that's been in the hi-fi world. This is something specifically designed for headphones to take stereo headphones and make them sound like surround sound headphones.
I'm telling you, it's been out for a while. They're just now bringing it to us. I promise.
What's the Microsoft? Didn't they do something similar to this?
Yeah, that's on the Xbox now. That's their Microsoft spatial sound. So everybody's in this space now,
right?
And everybody's trying to one up the next guy. And you know what? DTS has always been the gold standard of sound. So I'm all for this. I can't wait to try this out. Because I love the Dolby one that I have. I do the Dolby headphones thing now.
I just did the Dolby headphone one. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. All right. Next story.
I'll go. Cuphead has sold 5 million copies in 2 years. I think this is phenomenal for a lower budget side scroller, old shoot 'em up type game.
Controller smasher.
This game is one of the most frustrating games I've played in years. It's so addictive, and it was so much fun playing it. It's a great game.
Watching other people get rage quit on it, but I will never play.
I like Cuphead. I love Cuphead. I think this story is a little dumb because, don't get me wrong, I love Cuphead, but it's part of Game Pass.
No, that's what I was going to stop you on.
Like,
because
I think this
that's what makes this more impressive. No, because those don't count as sales numbers when it's on Game Pass. Those are 5 million actual sales over and above Game Pass, which includes the Switch. Now, granted, the Switch should never be the device that you buy Cuphead on because that's a much more expensive controller to smash when you lose your shit.
True.
Like, I would never play this game on Switch. That's insane. But
you get one of the
break it over
controllers. So.
So those are 5 million actual sales over and above all of us that got it free on Game Pass. That's what makes this like an extra special story because that's an insane amount of sales.
Yeah, I mean, because it's
pretty crazy.
It's proof that an arcade game can make a huge impact on the gaming community and still sell a shit ton of copies when they multi-platform it.
Is this our
Look at the last sentence. Cuphead has only passed 4 million sales back in July. So think about that. July. Okay, let's think about how many months it's been since July.
3.
That means they got an extra million since then in past 3 months. So that's impressive. That's very impressive.
Yeah, that is impressive.
Because it released on Switch within that time, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Switch was in the last couple months. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, still impressive. It's still very impressive.
Yeah,
and it's a great game. It's a throwback to the early '90s, late '80s type of game.
It's weird. It's fun. It's frustrating. It's hard.
I never played it because I saw how mad Derek got with it.
The art style.
A bunch of guys from Toronto made it.
Yeah, I mean, the art style is what really sold me on the game in the first place. But then once you start playing it, it's just like, oh my god, this is gamey. This is a freaking tough game.
This is one of those games that we saw at E3.
So many shows.
5 years in a row.
So many shows.
It's because everything was being hand
painted.
Yes. And it was, when you finally play it, you can see that it was a labor of love and it is glorious and it looks good. The sound is good. The music is good. The gameplay is good.
Oh, the mechanics are phenomenal. Like, it's just.
And when you get to a new boss, you're like, you try to figure out like exactly what you're supposed to do. And
pattern.
Or not just the pattern, but just like, what even am I supposed to fucking do? And then once you figure that out, you're like, all right, now I got to figure out a pattern to this and how's this going to work? And some of those ones are so hard and so insane, but it's so fun. Unforgiving is the best. Like, one little mistake and you're like, boom, 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 there goes all your retries. So, I think this is so well deserved, and I'm so glad for those guys that this has been so successful. But,
definitely kudos to that publishing studio and the developers and everybody involved in that game. So,
in Toronto, City of Toronto.
In Canada.
And the City of Toronto. We'll give City of Toronto props for this game by an independent developer that's from Toronto. Yes.
I think we may have given them money at one point.
If
The
Hit
tool
says
to
it's
play?
true, if Hit says it's true, it's true. All right, and the last news story: Duke Nukem's 3D composer is suing Gearbox, Gearbox's CEO Randy Pitchford, and Valve because they re-released the game and they didn't go through all the normal channels, and they did not. This guy got none of his money, and this seems to be a more common thing going on at.
Isn't this game like a flaming pile of shit? If I remember correctly.
No, you're thinking
Which one am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's the one I wrote the scathing review of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Scathing.
There were parts of that game that were actually okay, but the rest of the game was a steaming pile of garbage.
Yeah.
You could tell the different studios that worked on the different sections.
We all loved Duke 3D back in the day. This was like one of those first games that you played online with a bunch of people. I remember just running around with a shitload of trip mines and going through fucking air ducts and being like, oh, here's a corner. Boom, trip mine. Boom, trip mine. Like, the game was super fun. It was super awesome. Super popular, which is why Duke Nukem Forever was such a letdown. But you can't just take a game and re-release it without going back to all the original creators and bring them into the deal. So,
I'm sure this is one of those things. It's just a headline story. It's probably going to go. They're probably going to go to the guy and go, "Hey, let's settle out of court. Let's see if we can't come to a conclusion of how much money you want." And,
I don't doubt that's how it's going to end.
Yeah.
I just think it's fucked up that they didn't do this beforehand.
Yeah, some lawyer fucked up.
Or someone was
Randy
like,
Pitchford is too busy.
Going to medieval times and dropping his
Right.
porn stash on his USB key at medieval times. Yes.
Yeah. Do my Bukaki videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Bukaki. It was female squirting orgasms.
Sure.
Yes, yeah. We covered all these stories, and they're all more mortifying than the next. Yes. Yant can't even handle himself, but it was a legit news story covered on every gaming news site ever. So we were just covering their news. We're not making this up. It's fucked up. Randy Pitchford got really weird at some point between the time we knew him and he was cool and bringing back Duke Nukem Forever to the time that he was dropping USB keys of squirt porn and medieval times along with sensitive Gearbox.
Do we really need to talk about it?
Information.
Seriously.
I'm just saying.
He's also a pirate legend.
No, wow! Now he's throwing a bone. You're like,
Oh, boy.
but he's a pirate legend, so let's ask a little bit.
All right. Moving on.
Next.
If you have news stories you want us to talk about next week, give us a call 2 weeks from now, 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@totalplay.com, and we'll try to get them on the show. And if you ever are live in chat, like Blue here tonight talked about something douchey and we talked about it. So if you want us to talk about something, hop in chat live. Let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll try to bring your stories to the show next time. You can also comment on this thread in the Tool to Play homepage. And sponsors! I'm not going to give you a heartfelt thing like I did last week. I'm just going to remind you that we need new sponsors. So,
or Razor, please sell this product so we can test them.
Wow. It's so mad. He's so mad. If you want to sponsor us, give us a call 773-527-2961. Email us at podcast@toolplay.com. You tell us what you want to sell us. We'll tell you what you're going to pay us. We'll sell it. You pay us. Boom. Done. Twitter us up. You can find everything Toolplayer at twitter.com/tool to play. Everything podcast related at twitter.com/still_got_game. King of the internet, got everything that's fucking homely at twitter.com/Derek Nolan.
And I'm at twitter.com/i6hitman.
Twitter.com/electrify.
Twitter.com/James A. Yant.
Twitter.com/Selden007.
We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/tool to play. That's where all of our archive video content ends up in the library for you to view at your leisure. It's episodes of this show. It's Hits Quick Hits. It's Selden's Dick Cam. It's Thick and Thin with LB and Duty featuring I6 Hitman. It's Tiff's immature interviews, which she has just told me breaking news before the show tonight. She said she had lined up 6 or 7 new episodes that she's going to be filming in the fall. So
it was like 10.
Okay, maybe it was 10. I understated it. So she's got that show coming back. People did love that show. So all of those shows will end up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/tooltoplay. Please rate and review the podcast on iTunes. We need some 5-star reviews. So go there, click 5 stars, and you think you're done. And then it's like, hey, take another minute to write something nice. And you know what? We would like you to do that. Take that minute, write something nice. So click that button and then just write whatever you want. Show's awesome. D-Smooth's handsome. I love his hair. How does he get that thing to stick up? Can he kill birds with it? He can. Stab, whatever. It's that hair. That's how that works. You know, it's a defense mechanism. But anyway, just write something nice along with your 5-star review, and it'll show up on iTunes, and we will love you for it. We have a Discord channel. Discord is where we chat live with all of our many fans. So if you go to tooltoplay.com/SGG Discord, that's SGG like in Still Got Game Discord, go there, join up with our Discord, and you can give us news stories there, submit them. If you want us to talk them on the show, you can just talk to us, and we check it all day long. We're at work, we're doing whatever we're doing. You can just bug us and be like, hey, guys, let's be friends. Let's be besties. And Jan's like, yeah, I'll be your bestie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you got kids? I'll play with them. Okay, that sounded super creepy.
Wow. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
You're getting the cut sign from hit.
I got his cut symbol on that. Maybe it's only my kids. No, that's even creepier. But anyway, Jan will talk to you all day long. That's really all I meant to say. So go there, tooltoplay.com/SGG Discord, and sign up and join us to chat with us all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have Mixer channel, mixer.com/tooltoplay. That's where we broadcast this show live. We host all of us motherfuckers on there when we're broadcasting our own channels. We host some friends of the show. So definitely mixer.com/tooltoplay. Go there and follow us there on Mixer, and you'll be notified whenever we go live or any of our content is live or any of our sub-content is live. And it is definitely the number one place to go for live Tool to Play content. And I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Nope, I'm backing it up because everybody's making sad faces. Everybody has their own Mixer channels. Mine is at mixer.com/Derek Nolan.
I'm at mixer.com/IsaacSitman.
Mixer.com/Electrify.
Mixer.com/YachtDog7.
And I'm at mixer.com/Selden007.
All right, now that everybody pimped their own shit, even though it goes on the Tool to Play channel, I want to remind you all, you can join us each every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. 5 p.m. Pacific, mixer.com/Tool to Play. And on that, why don't we wrap this pre-week off episode up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Broken.
I'm Tiffany Electrify Nolan.
I'm James Yacht Dog Yaunt.
And I'm Chris Selden007 Selden.
I'm the Stranding baby. It's your time to talk, Electrify.
I couldn't find the unmute because I had to be muted the entire time. It's so loud in my microphone.